Never know where I'll pop up. I'm always here. Yeah, welcome to another episode of the Lancescurv show. Sometimes you just have to do things a little different. I have a bone to pick with a few of you out here. Now, actually, it's 3:38 a.m. and I might be singing that song. Oh, last night I couldn't get to sleep at all. This is going to be a very short message. This might be 5 or 10 minutes tops. The African heat is cooking and beating down, and I feel real good. I had a long day, but I've been working before. Actually, I put in about 10 hours of work on the website, Lancescurv.com, answered a few messages. We did a show. We did 2 shows actually earlier. The World According to Beatrice Noel, and our show with Audie Champion, future blockchain crypto millionaires. And there's always the work that has to be done after the show. You know, when you go to the nightclub and you have a good time and you have your drinks, and if it's a lounge and you have something to eat, dance to a little bit of music and go off into the night, there's always that person that has to clean up. And so in me cleaning up, I notice a lot of things, but it's not tips or money that's dropped on the floor or car keys or different things that shouldn't be there, used condoms, whatever goes on in those clubs. I see that Black people, not everybody, but there's a certain caliber of us that they just don't get the picture. I mean, they just don't understand. We talk this good talk, but deep down, we're trying to put each other down low key. And I don't understand where that's coming from, because we'll never get anywhere if we allow those types in our inner circles. And as far as I'm concerned, delete and block and keep them away. Now I'm trying to open up a chat room here so I can see what's going on. This is going to be a very short message. You'll probably, the most of you will see this after it's up. Let me open this up for a second here. And this is going to be something real that I really share with you, okay? Let me keep my volume down. All right, Kimberly Calhoun, introverted empath, Empress Elegy in the house. Again, by the time this little section of the chat room fills up, I'll be done. Why are we putting each other down? Why is it that when we have a brother or a sister come onto the show and express truth, express something very educational? And it's funny because it's 3:41 and my phone is ringing right now. Don't know who it is, but wrong time. If I want my phone to ring, do a live show. People sit out and say, you know what? I think I'll give Lance a call. Then they call me and they say, what are you doing? Then I'll say, nothing. They say, well, aren't you doing a live show? I'm like, duh, why did you call? Anyway, ignoring that other ring, I have to say that it's really despicable. It's really uncalled for, and it will not survive on this channel. There are many people who lurk, and all they can do is put people down. No, I'm not talking about me. You know, I got thin skin, and I'll call you out, and I'll beat your backside down mentally, physically, and spiritually, make you wish that you didn't even try me, right? Because I'm going to do what I do, because I'm built for this. But there's so many people that don't like to see the positive coming, the higher vibration coming. We're supposed to strive for a higher vibration. You want a lower vibration? Think it's some comedy, some slapstick comedy, whatever. We can laugh. We can laugh at craziness. I'm the biggest comedian out here that can talk kind of filthy and tell some dirty jokes, make you laugh. But that's another gear. Sometimes you need that sometime. But when you get in the comment section and attempt to put somebody down, we are all on different levels of consciousness. We are all waking up. We have all caught bruises in this life. Black people all over the world, and especially America, have been through some of the worst treatment in recorded history. And who are you to get into a comment section and talk about one of our sisters or one of our brothers who are trying their best to improve incrementally and in huge leaps and bounds? Who are you hiding behind an avatar? Or you didn't even take time to even put an avatar up there. You just got a letter. Don't know who you are. No content or activity on your channel within the last month. So you made these pages, right? Just to come on and say something stupid, just to get blocked. Show some balls and show me your face when you want to talk about any of the guests that I have on my show. So every time you do it, you show how much of a punk or a punkette that you are. because I'm going to defend those who are always seeking to improve themselves. There is no ego here. I'm very supportive of the people who are trying, the people who have experiences and have something to share, the people who have taken time, years, weeks, months, decades out of their life to learn our true history and just break it all down to make it, put it to you in easy bite-sized pieces. Every fact that somebody internalizes, don't you know how long they had to study this thing from different angles just to bring it to some of you who are dumbasses? I'm not saying the people here in the chat room. I'm not saying the majority of the people here. Go to the other channels that all they do is talk stupidness. Go to the other channels where you can see men in dresses. Go to the other channels where they call our sisters bitches and hoes. Go to them other channels because that's where you belong. Why do you want to come around somewhere where we're trying to do the best that we can? And I do give variety. I will have some shows where we have fun. We had the conversation the other day at the Cocoa Vanilla restaurant, and a lot of people didn't like it, but it was a fresh perspective because it's younger people who may not have understood things completely, but we're going to give some variety. I'm going to make you overhear some of the things that I overhear. That's my mission. But don't you come on here with nothing to offer. Empty pockets, and I don't mean money, just lint in your pockets, your mental pockets with nothing to add on to make somebody's day a more edifying day, to give them a nugget of something to think about where they can say, you know what? Wow, I learned something today. As a person comes out from the darkness that they've been in for so long, many of us prefer darkness, it seems like. Many of us don't want to see any light. We don't want to go higher. It's okay. If you love mediocrity, don't put anybody down who's trying to master and manifest the seeds of greatness inside of them. I ain't going for it. I'm going to call you out. But let me find out who you are. Listen, I'm going to tell you straight up. I know a lot of hackers. I know a lot of hackers who love me, who will do stuff for me, who will find you out by your IP address. Even if you have a VPN, find out your emails, open them all up and put them out there. I don't do things like that. I could do things like that. Things have been shown to me, right? It's not me. It's people who love me, not because I'm some great guy, but because they see the work ethic put in. I'm not looking for fame or accolades. I'd rather showcase somebody else and take time and do that. But when you come on here, a thing that bears my name, no, you're not going to get away with that. So keep on pushing it. You're going to embarrass yourself, and I'm going to embarrass you. Because there's some people, let me tell you something. I was speaking to, and I can put her name out there, and yes, I'm sweating. It's hot out here, and I love it. I was speaking to Black Unicorn, right? Actually through voicemail messages, right? And we had a back and forth discussion. And, you know, a lot of YouTubers, even out here in the motherland, who don't dig you because we're from somewhere else. But we have to embrace our sisters and brothers, and I will even look past their ignorance. But we have a lot of people from the United States who come here with their attitudes, who have traded in one arrogance for another set of arrogance. They had the arrogance before when they ran with the white system, but now they put on the ox and the gear, and they talk about the supremacy and all of this stuff, and they just as damn arrogant and worse off than I thought they were. It's an attention grab. Look, you know, I'm not looking too cool right now. I know I'm looking tired. I know I'm looking beat up, but you know what? It's not about how I look. It's the message that I bring. And too many of us are out here with foolishness, things that won't even matter next week. The effort you put into putting somebody down, does that bring value and worth to your life? Does that make you better? When you transition, whatever it is that we're going to face when we transition, we're going to have to face the stuff that we did on this level. I think no matter what religion or what level of spirituality you're on, trust me, you should know this. And we all know that if we do good and we do more good than the bad that we may have done out of ignorance, that we are going to go to a better place. But we're deciding that right now. I'm not trying to turn into some religious nutcase on you, but you know within yourself, if you're really going the feel of what you are instead of believing what they tell you in your head, you know you're not going to die. You're going to change forms. That's what nature teaches us. Everything spiritual has a physical and natural example. Do you cry when you put water in a pot and boil it and forget that it's there and you see that the pot is all brown and hot, but the water's going, oh, the water died. The water didn't die. The water's all over your walls as steam. You put water in the freezer and it turns into ice. You don't say, what happened to the water? Because you know what it is. Some of these people I don't want around me. If you think this is going to be some kind of competition or some kind of game, this is dead serious for me. And the people who run with me here in the chat room, those who are quiet and don't say anything, I'm cool with you too. I've made misjudgments. Maybe I've said things in the past that I wouldn't say now, but I'm trying to make myself better. But I'm not going to let you come on here and put anybody down. You can look on to come, and I've deleted some people today on the shows earlier. Well, what good is it? Look at her and look at him and what does it mean? And what good? Then you take your cynical behind somewhere else and take that negativity somewhere else. I'm doing me to do what I need to do for my people and to do what I need to do on my mission. And sometimes when you're on your mission, there's going to be things and people that you don't dig too tough. You're going to spot their energy as an empath, but the mission must go on. And of course, there are people who feel that your mission really was ascended because of their presence. But now as they can see that it hasn't stopped. You have very arrogant people who are narcissistic, who have the worst insides, but the nice outside. You buy a lemon in a car dealership. The car looks prettier. The rims are shining. The system sounds good, but the system of noise, the yabba yabba noise that they make hides the false in the knock in that engine. And you get bedazzled by the outside, but you don't know how they're living personally. You don't know how rotten they are to the core. You don't know how much a facade they've been living and you've been duped. But then you have somebody who comes along and they're sincere about what they're doing. And they will tell you, yes, I have a past. There are things that I've done. They may have been on drugs. They might be a little overweight, but that may come from emotional trauma that they've had to endure. It's not about where they are. It's where they come from. Like I say, you take a person, let me see how the screen is. I always use this analogy. He is right here on the top of the microphone. The microphone is the ground level, right? And we have people who have gone to this level right here and it's so high up. And we say, man, they got so much money, riches and fame. I would love to be like them. But then we have the next person who's on this level, which appears to be lower, right? Then this person that the world gives all this reverence to, that they're so great. But if you take the base of where they've come out of the ground and realize that they're that tall, they tower above this person who you previously thought was so big, but their base was right here. And the other person's base was 2 miles down under the ground where you can't see. You really don't know where people are coming from. Maybe you can learn something from them if you speak with them and understand them and try to get to know them, because maybe what they have been through is something that you are going to go through, and they're the best person that can tell you how to avoid the pitfalls and the traps that are out there. And you don't know what's going to happen to you when life hits you. So I would suggest to you is to shut up and stop taking your mouth and putting negative energy out there toward people who are sincerely trying in their heart and sincerely trying to share the little bit that they have and the whole lot that they have toward helping their fellow Black man and sister. Because again, I'm out here to do good. I'm not out here to rip anybody off. I'm not out here to start a cult. I'm not out here to have 50 million wives and act like I'm so holy, but all I want to do is just screw around. No, I'm just saying it like it is. There's too many people out here with the facades, and I see it now, and I can blow people up. Oh, I can bring proof. Everything that happens around me is recorded. Trust me. I got proof on a lot of situations, but I choose not to do this because this is not the drama channel. We'll talk about things sometime. We'll cover certain issues sometime, but this is not the drama channel. We're going to laugh if anything else. I'll cut a fool, make you laugh, take your mind off the stresses that come at us. I'll put myself down. I'll talk about how big my head is. I don't care. I have no shame. Trust me. Somebody comes with me and says, Lance, we want you to walk down the middle of the street at 5 o'clock on the double yellow line with the news camera in front of you, butt naked, yelling, singing a Star Spangled Banner. Hey, listen, put it in my bank account. So I'm gonna start counting that money. I ain't got no shame that way. And that's a weapon for me because there's nothing you can shame me over. But I'm gonna protect those who are around me. And that's the attitude we have to have. One for all and all for one. Like Sister Beatrice Noel beautifully said, they have to see us. Because you know what? When you push yourself on a single level, like it's me, 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 and just me, 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 it's easy to shoot the me, me, me down. Trust me. And look, I can stand alone. I have been through so much in my 58 plus years. So much to draw from. I'll cut a fool. I'll back up a little bit. I won't push my manhood as much and let the other man shine. But don't think I'm some punk. Please don't think that, because I'm going to go out on my shield. Look, once I've been beat by them 11 cops back on January 26, 1989, guns pointed at me, handcuffs on me, chokehold on me while getting punched, private parts being squeezed up all at the same time. Do you think one man or one person scares me? I know I got to die or transition one day, but I'm not going to be a punk even in that. If I can survive and go through that and have charges put on me that were later dropped, that's what helped to make me more now. That changed my whole thinking. I vowed to always be the way that I'm going to be. I don't care. There's no fear here. And if I have something to say, I will come on this show and I will speak my mind just like I'm doing right now in your face. And don't think I got brave since I came to the motherland. I always spoke this way. I just don't do drama, but I always spoke this way long for many years, all my life in America. You have people come on the show that know me for many, many years. They say, yo, Lance was like this from single digit ages, teenage years, all these years coming up. You might not know me back then, but there are people who come on here that know me. You understand? For a long time. This is not a YouTube thing. This is a lifelong thing that I've always been. All the circumstances that have formed me into being the person that I am, I didn't get this far and come through so much just to punk out now. So you come on with that stuff, show your face or shut up and just take the blocking and deleting that I'm going to give you. I just want to let you know that I love you all. This is a constant for me. I want to motivate you. I want everybody to succeed. I'm not sitting here low-key hating on nobody or saying, oh, you know, without me there, the platform will die and all this. You get your head out your ass. Get your life straight. Get your life straight. Before you come at me, get your life straight. What a circus we can be, in denial of the foolishness and the stuff we put out there just because we get a little bit of attention. YouTube and social media is one of the biggest narcotics in the world. And I knew what I was getting into when I came out on these streets. It didn't bother me none. I had a lot of attention long before I knew what the internet was. So this is why I can handle the attention that I get in a very humble way. So don't think I'm out here being intoxicated. Oh, I got these hits and I'm going to do whatever it takes to get these hits. My channel was squashed. I know that. But do I stop? No, because I have something bigger than just being a YouTuber. Ain't nobody going to put on their gravesite, I was a YouTuber. And nobody will care when you transition if you have a headstone. I don't care. Look, as great as Muhammad Ali was, did you think about him today? You know what I mean? As great as Malcolm X was, did you think about him today? Many of us have. But if they can go where you don't think about them every second, trust me, who are we? Who are we? So just play your position. Affect those around you. Affect those around you in a positive way. Let it be when you transition, you're in their heart to inspire them and say, oh, I remember old Lance said so-and-so. I don't care about way out there and have my name up in lights. Yeah, we got to pretty things up every now and then on YouTube, make things nice. I'm not going to eat my favorite meal on a dirty hubcap. We got to pretty the meal up when we eat it. Of course, we're human beings, right? But again, this constant put downs, I don't do that. I just get rid of you and you don't see whether it's a person who's been on the show or if it's a person in the comment section. I don't care who it is. You know what? If I start putting people down, I'm going to delete me. And you just go on and have shows, you won't even see me. It'll be a blank backdrop behind me. I'm just bugging out, right? But anyway, this is a short message. I just want to say that. And I'm going to go get some sleep right now. I'm going to jump up swinging like an old boxer who's punch struck and hears the bell and just start throwing punches, right? And I have a lot of stuff planned. And like I said, Black Unicorn and myself are definitely going to do some collaborations here. Many people are showing her hate. You understand? And I'm not going to allow for that because she's a beautiful young lady. And I want you to go to her channel, Azia75, and subscribe if you haven't subscribed. We've been having a lot of communications. And like I said, I want her numbers to go up. So if YouTube kills me off, at least she'll benefit from me, right? I'm going to always push that. Anyway, much love to you all. Let me get out of here. I'm going to get some sleep. I'm going to sleep about 9 hours before I even get up. That's the new thing. So even though I'm up a little late, it's 3:59 right now on Accra, Ghana. I'm going to sleep for 9 hours. So what is that? I ain't getting up till 1 o'clock. I'm lying. I might get up around 10 or 11. I'm going to lay there for an hour before I really get up. You know what I mean? So anyway, much love to you all. I will talk to you. And leave your comments in the bottom and share this. But don't forget, stop the put downs of our sisters and brothers. We have enough stuff to deal with out in this world. You know, we should be home to each other. We should be the one that when you run out of toilet paper, I give it to you. We should be the one that when you get to the cashier and you're $5 short, the stranger hands it to you. We should be the one that when you're walking down the road with your groceries and you're tired and it's about to rain, then we pick you up and take you in the car, but you got to know the person. Don't jump in the car with strangers. If they look like me and it's me, I'm good, right? Anyway, much love to you all. I will see you in a few hours. Much love.